Hey everyone, Scott here, and this is my Apple Watch Series 5, one that I've had since the introduction in, I believe it was September 2019. So it is June 2025 as I'm recording this, and if I do the math right, that's about 6 years. This was a great watch. I wore this thing daily for, I believe it was 3 years. I'm wearing an Apple Watch Series 8 now on this wrist. This has been replaced. It's not my daily anymore, but I keep it around for testing. And sometimes when I'm out doing a bike ride, I like to test different fitness apps, just trying different things. And that's what this watch is good for today. But anyway, I just want to make a quick video just talking about all the pros and cons of this thing. It's been a great watch. There's going to be more pros than cons for sure. So let's just get right into it. It's been a trooper. It's been a huge improvement over my Series 2, which I wore that thing for about 3 years, and it was starting to degrade. All the software updates were slowly killing it. It was slowing down, and it became unusable right there at the end of around 2019. But this was the replacement for that. It is 6 years old, and software updates and apps cannot kill this thing. So I think that's a good way to start this. That's a pro. It just keeps on trucking. There's no noticeable lag that I have or that I've seen with this thing. It's just as fast as it was the day that I got it. No complaints. So I don't know how they do it, but it's not like the old Apple products where they would start slowing down after a few years. This one's still going. That's good. Another thing I like is how thin it is. It's kind of hard to see, but it sits on the wrist very well. It's not intrusive at all, unlike other sports watches. This is not a sports watch, mind you. It's just a standard watch with sports features. But unlike my Garmin, for example, this thing sits very slim on my wrist. It's very low profile. Doesn't get in the way, doesn't snag on too many things. And that's one nice thing about this. This is the large version, 44 millimeters. And I've got really thin wrists, and I've got for example, I've got the strap here on its tightest setting, and it's still flopping around a little bit, but it's not too big for the wrist. It's perfect. It's a good display. That takes me into a con. As you can see here, when the brightness dims, or when the screen dims, when you put your wrist down, it's really hard to see the screen and what's going on there. This is an overcast day here, and it's even worse in sunlight, but you can see there you can't really see it without, you'd have to raise your wrist and get the screen on again so you can see, oh yeah, it's 8:02 a.m. Working on getting my rings closed. that's a good thing. So that's I guess that's a con, but I would also say a pro is that the screen is bright. When you have it set to its max setting, you can see it outdoors like this. It's perfectly fine, even in sunlight, so it's not that bad. Okay, another con would be how glossy it is. You can see here all the reflections from the sky and the trees and everything around me. It gets in the way, especially when the screen is dim like this. You can see how difficult it is to read. You gotta get your wrist tweaked over and like, there we go. No glare. You can read it. Yeah. Okay. So it'd be nice if they offered I don't know what they call it, like a nano texture, non-glossy version. So I don't know, maybe someday. But they didn't do it with the Series 5, which was a bummer. A pro, definitely. As you can see, I'm out here on my bike. I've been riding this morning. My wrists are all fleshy and nasty from wearing gloves, and rashy, and I wore this thing 3-4 times a week for my 3-4 times a week bike rides, hour long, 2 hours long, sweaty, nasty, bumps, just everything you can think of, all the bad things that would come with a long bike ride on a mountain bike. This thing held up well. No issues ever. All the rattling, all the bumping and the sweating and the nastiness. I do believe this is my second band though. The first band became so nasty and old, even with all the washing. But the watch itself held up really well. And I think that leads me to another pro. Let me take it off and I'll show you what I mean. So yeah, I should say that the fact that this thing held up so well without any scratches or nicks or dents or anything, that is a definite pro. This is the aluminum version, the base Series 5. You can't get a cheaper Series 5 than this, other than the smaller version. And there are no dings or scratches on this at all. The back of this thing is even absolutely perfect. You can see there. And I remember I wore this thing daily for years, 24 hours a day. And I banged it into walls, and I've dropped it, and it's held up perfectly. Another pro is how light it is when it's on the wrist. I don't even notice it. It's, God, like I said, it's just a featherweight watch, even though this is the largest size, 44 millimeters. I don't even know that I'm wearing it anymore. I mean, there is a learning curve when you first get it, and you have to test it out. You have to try different things, try it on different wrists. It's kind of something you have to get used to. When you first get it, you put it on, it's going to be different, especially if you're not used to wearing a watch. But I didn't even really, it wasn't a problem after a while. So that's definitely a pro. Another pro is that all the buttons still work perfectly after all these years. All the scroll knob here and the button on the side, and even the microphone. I believe this is the microphone over here. It's still very clear. I've drenched this thing in water. I've been swimming with it, and nothing has ever got into this thing and totally ruined it. Not even for a day. I didn't have to soak it in rice to get all the moisture out at any point. It's always been a really good, solid watch that just, I don't know, I'm hard on my tech, I'm hard on my gadgets, but this one stood up very, very well to the test of time. I'd still be using it daily if I didn't have my Series 8. I just like my Series 8 because it has the blood oxygen sensor. This one does not. I guess that's a con. But overall, there are mostly pros to this thing, more than cons. There's not much about this that I can say that's bad. It was a good watch. I hate to get rid of it. I'm going to sell it. I was thinking about giving it away to family, but it is a Series 5. It's almost 5 generations old at this point. It doesn't take all the latest software, or it's not going to take all the latest software very, very soon. So I'm going to sell it. I'm going to let somebody else enjoy it. This would be a great watch for a kid, I think. Their first smartwatch. Absolutely perfect. And yeah, what a great watch.